Have you ever wondered how the continuous influx of immigrants affects the American economy and housing market? We often hear conflicting views on this topic. On one hand, we're told immigrants bring economic growth, innovation, and cultural richness. On the other, we hear concerns about job competition, strain on public resources, and housing shortages. These perceptions and misconceptions often shape our attitudes towards immigration. Yet the truth is, the impact of immigration on our economy and housing sector is much more nuanced than these binary depictions. It's a complex interplay of several factors, with both challenges and opportunities at every turn. Hence, it's pivotal to delve deeper, breaking away from oversimplified narratives and embracing a comprehensive understanding. Today, we delve into the hard facts and data to understand the real impact of immigration on our economy and housing sector. Immigration has a significant impact on the American economy, but what does the data really tell us? Let's start by looking at job creation. Immigrants are not just workers, they are also employers. According to the National Bureau of Economic Research, immigrants are more likely than native-born Americans to start their own businesses. They are the driving force behind nearly a quarter of all new businesses in the United States. These businesses, in turn, create jobs, contributing to economic growth and reducing unemployment rates. Turning to the gross domestic product, or GDP, immigrants are key contributors here too. The National Academy of Sciences reports that first-generation immigrants contribute over $2 trillion to the American GDP annually. That's a substantial chunk of our economy, isn't it? And it doesn't stop there. When we look at the contributions of second-generation immigrants, that figure rises exponentially. Now, let's shift our focus to the housing market. Immigrants, particularly those who arrive as young adults, are more likely to become homeowners as they age, according to a report from the Urban Institute. This trend stimulates demand in the housing market, which can lead to increased home values and wealth creation for all homeowners. However, the data also shows us that immigration can contribute to housing affordability challenges in certain areas. High-demand cities with significant immigrant populations can experience increased housing costs, making it more difficult for both immigrants and native-born residents to afford housing. But here's an interesting twist. Research from Harvard University suggests that while immigration can increase housing costs in the short term, over the long term, it can actually help to stabilize housing prices. This is because immigrants, as they integrate and progress economically, contribute to a more balanced demand and supply in the housing market. So what does this all mean? Well, the data paints a picture of immigration as a complex but vital component of our economy. Immigrants are job creators, GDP contributors, and vital participants in our housing market. They bring economic dynamism and vibrancy, but they also present challenges that need to be thoughtfully managed. As we consider the future of our economy and housing market, it's clear that immigrants will continue to play a significant role. Understanding these dynamics is crucial as we navigate towards America 2024. In conclusion, the data tells us a compelling story. Immigration, with its complexities, opportunities, and challenges, is a significant driver of our economy. The evidence is clear. Immigrants play a crucial role in driving our economy. As you can see, immigrants play a crucial role in driving our economy. But what about the housing market? How does immigration affect this vital sector? Diving deeper, let's explore how immigration influences the housing market. Now, it's not as straightforward as it might seem. Immigration impacts both the demand and supply side of the housing equation. On the demand side, immigrants create a need for housing. As the immigrant population grows, so does the need for places to live. This increased demand can drive up housing prices, especially in areas with high rates of immigration. In cities and states where immigrants are heavily concentrated, this surge in demand can significantly affect housing affordability. But what about areas with lower immigration rates? Well, it's not quite as simple as saying that low immigration equals affordable housing. Other factors, such as local economic conditions and housing regulations, also play a crucial role. However, it's clear that immigration can contribute to increased demand and consequently higher housing prices. Now let's flip the coin and take a look at the supply side. Immigrants don't just increase demand for housing, they also play a significant role in constructing it. The construction industry, a vital cog in the housing market, relies heavily on immigrant labor. A substantial proportion of construction workers are immigrants, many of whom have moved to the United States seeking better opportunities. This labor force not only helps build new housing units but also maintains and improves existing ones. Without the contribution of these workers, the construction industry and by extension the housing market could face significant challenges. But it's not just about the physical construction of homes. Immigrants also contribute to the housing market through their entrepreneurial activities. Many immigrants start their own construction or home improvement businesses, creating jobs and adding value to the economy. So, as you can see, immigrants play a dual role in the housing market. They drive up demand for housing, which can push prices up, but they also contribute significantly to the supply side by building homes and creating jobs in the construction industry. However, it's essential to remember that the housing market is a complex beast, influenced by a myriad of factors. Immigration is just one piece of the puzzle, albeit a significant one. Policymakers need to consider all these factors when crafting housing policies that are fair, sustainable, and beneficial for everyone, immigrants and native-born residents alike. Clearly, immigration has a profound impact on our housing market, both in demand and supply. While the benefits are clear, immigration also poses some challenges. Just as a coin has two sides, so does the impact of immigration on our society and economy. It's important to understand the challenges that come with it and how they can affect our future. One of the key challenges is the increased competition for jobs. Immigration can lead to a larger labor force, which is generally a positive thing, but it can also create competition, especially in lower-wage sectors. This could potentially lead to wage suppression or unemployment among the native-born population, particularly those who lack advanced education or skills. Another challenge is the potential strain on public resources. Immigrants, like all residents, require public services such as education, healthcare, and social services. While immigrants do contribute to public coffers through taxes, the demand for these services can sometimes outpace the contributions, putting pressure on public budgets. Lastly, let's talk about housing. With a growing population due to immigration, the demand for housing increases. This can lead to potential housing shortages or increased housing costs, especially in cities and regions that are already experiencing a housing crunch. So, what can be done to address these challenges? Well, it's a complex issue, and there's no one-size-fits-all solution. Policymakers need to consider a range of strategies, from improving education and skills training, to reforming immigration policies, to investing in public infrastructure and affordable housing. But one thing is clear: the challenges of immigration are not insurmountable. With thoughtful policy and planning, we can ensure that the benefits of immigration are shared widely, and that our economy and society continue to thrive. Addressing these challenges is crucial for ensuring the benefits of immigration are maximized for everyone. As we look ahead to America in 2024, let's remember that immigration is not just a challenge, but an opportunity to build a stronger, more diverse, and more prosperous nation. As we look towards America 2024, what can we expect in terms of immigration's impact on our economy and housing market? The projections suggest a dynamic and evolving landscape. The rising immigrant population will continue to stimulate economic growth and fuel the demand for housing. Immigrants, with their diverse skills and entrepreneurial spirit, will drive innovation and productivity across various sectors. The construction, healthcare, and technology industries in particular will likely experience a significant boost as they continue to attract a large portion of immigrant workers. Moreover, the increased demand for housing from the growing immigrant population could spur developments in the housing market. This could lead to new construction projects, thereby creating jobs and injecting money into local economies. On the flip side, the increased demand might also escalate housing prices, making affordability a critical issue, especially in densely populated urban areas. However, the story doesn't end there. The influx of immigrants also presents challenges that need to be addressed. The increased competition for jobs and resources could lead to tensions between immigrants and the native population. There's also the strain on public infrastructure and services to consider. Schools, hospitals, and transportation networks will need to adapt to accommodate the growing population. Looking towards 2024, it's clear that thoughtful and effective policies will be needed to manage these potential impacts. Policymakers will need to balance the economic benefits of immigration with the associated challenges. For instance, strategies to stimulate job creation and ensure fair competition in the labor market could help mitigate potential tensions. Similarly, investments in public infrastructure and affordable housing could help manage the increased demand. Moreover, policies aimed at integrating immigrants into the society will also be crucial. Facilitating language acquisition, skills training, and civic engagement could help immigrants contribute more effectively to the economy and society. After all, the success of immigrants is intrinsically tied to the overall success of the country. The role of policymakers, however, doesn't stop at creating effective policies. They also need to ensure that the public is well informed about the real impact of immigration. Misconceptions about immigrants taking away jobs or burdening the economy can create unnecessary divisions and hamper efforts to build a more inclusive society. Therefore, fostering an informed and balanced discourse around immigration is as important as formulating the right policies. As we inch closer to 2024, it's clear that immigration will continue to be a key factor shaping America's economy and housing market. The opportunities and challenges it presents are complex, and there are no easy solutions. But by understanding the potential impacts and addressing them proactively, we can navigate the future with more confidence. The future is always uncertain, but understanding the potential impact of immigration can help us prepare for what lies ahead. So, what is the real impact of immigration on our economy and housing market? Well, throughout this enlightening journey we've taken together, we've unpacked the data and taken a closer look at the complexities of immigration. We've seen how immigrants are instrumental in driving economic growth, from starting businesses to creating jobs and contributing to a diverse array of industries. As the American demographic landscape shifts, the demand for housing and essential services continues to rise. This is a direct result of population growth, significantly fueled by immigration. In fact, by the year 2024, we can expect these effects to become even more noticeable. But, as with all significant societal phenomena, there are challenges to acknowledge. The influx of immigrants can introduce increased competition for jobs and resources, and at times, strain our public infrastructure. These are the realities we must face and work towards addressing with thoughtful and inclusive policies. You see, the real impact of immigration is not a simple matter of black and white, but rather a complex mosaic of opportunities and challenges. It's a dynamic force that shapes our economy and housing market in multifaceted ways. As we move towards America 2024, we must remember this crucial role of immigrants in our society. We must strive to understand the implications, both positive and negative, and work towards solutions that benefit everyone, immigrants and natives alike. Knowledge is power, and by staying informed about these trends and impacts, we equip ourselves to contribute to the conversation and the solution. So let's keep our eyes on the horizon, adapt to the changes, and embrace the opportunities that lie ahead. As we move towards America 2024, let's remember the crucial role of immigrants in shaping our economy and housing market. Thank you for joining us on this insightful journey. Stay informed, stay aware.